free social studies lesson, I guess geography and history. I just wanted to mention real quick, I have been going through a lot of the lessons, and if you do not pass the lesson, I have to reassign it to you, or you're going to have a failing grade. So there have been a lot of kids who are have gone through every lesson of social studies, and they've failed like 6 of them. So I'm going back through and reassigning them, and that way you can listen to my mini lessons, and hopefully it'll help you. The 5 Great Lakes are Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, and Lake Superior. They are a main geographical feature in the region. Lake Superior is the largest freshwater lake in the world, and the Great Lakes have over 10,000 miles in shoreline. In fact, only Alaska has a longer coastline than the state of Michigan. The Great Lakes are often remembered by the word homes.
I'm sure that your parents can tell you that they learned this exact way to remember the 5 Great Lakes. So we remember the word homes, H-O-M-E-S. H stands for Huron, O stands for Ontario, M stands for Michigan, E stands for Erie, and S stands for Superior.
The state of Michigan is divided into 2 different sections. The northern section is known as the Upper Peninsula, and the southern section is known as the Lower Peninsula. Lake Superior, it's superior to all of the other ones, has the largest, it is the largest freshwater lake in the world. Not just in the Great Lakes, but in the world. Great name for it, Lake Superior.
I want to take a look here at the state of Michigan. So here is the state of Michigan, and look, as you can see, all around it here is the blue, okay? These are our Great Lakes, okay? So if you see the state of Michigan here, look, all around it here in blue, this is all the coastline. So all around here, it's touching Great Lake territory. So the coastline of Michigan, a lot of it is touching a Great Lake, has a lot of coastline. Only one other state in the United States has more coastline, which is land that touched water, than the state of Michigan, and that is the state of Alaska. And if you look here, here's Alaska, it's yellow, and all around Alaska, this is all coastline. This is touching the ocean. But coastline is coastline right now. We're comparing coastline to coastline. So Alaska is the only state that has more coastline than the state of Michigan. The next section is about farmland. The soil is suitable for farming corn, wheat, and soybeans. Additionally, the land is relatively flat, which makes it easier to plant and harvest crops. The Mississippi River also plays an important role in this region. The Mississippi River begins in Minnesota, and it flows to the Gulf of Mexico. Many different rivers feed the Mississippi. One of the rivers that feed into the Mississippi is the Ohio River. It's actually called a tributary to the Mississippi River. The Ohio River begins in Pennsylvania, where we live, and it forms the southern borders of the states of Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois. In the very south of Illinois, the Ohio River empties into the Mississippi River. Here's a picture of the United States, and over here in our Great Lakes region, we look over here, and this is where the Mississippi River begins here in Minnesota. And the red line represents the Mississippi River, and it travels through all of these states, and it empties out here in the Gulf of Mexico. Now, a little bit ago, we talked about where the Ohio River comes. This is where we live in Pennsylvania. The Ohio River, this is Ohio. See how the border of Ohio here is kind of squiggly? That is formed by the Ohio River. So is Indiana, squiggly there, and Illinois. Now at the end of these 3 states here, the Ohio River then empties into the Mississippi River.
So we tried to breeze through that history lesson as well with our geography about the Great Lakes region. I hope you understand a little bit better now that I explained it a little bit more thoroughly, and I will see you all tomorrow.